Well, happy Saturday, Internet. The weather today is absolutely glorious. So that necessitates my first beer run. You know, because you gotta. That's what it is. Oh, it's really nice. So I think I'm gonna do the House of the Rising Sun. That's from where I am, Brighton side, going towards Lancing, and then a stop in Lancing at a friend of mine's. But I'll probably just record the ride up to the Rising Sun and the obligatory beer shot, of course. Not complete without that. Look at this. Right. Nearly forgot where I was going just there. Ironically, this is actually a little bit easier when it's busy, because otherwise cars don't let you in. So just a thought, my American subscribers, you guys missing Joe Biden yet? What an absolute catastrophe you guys have given yourselves. Just my opinion. What do I know? I'm just a biker. Trans biker to be specific. Maybe that'll give you a hint as to what my politics are. South Downs National Park. There we go. Always a little bit tricky because you've got to be careful here because you don't want to brake too hard because the cyclists leave gravel all over the road. I mean, it's not a criticism, but it is a truth. The northern side of the South Downs, Brighton's behind me. For those who saw my last ride to the rising sun, I turned left just up here. Today though, I'm going to take a slightly different route. It's actually the reverse of the return route I did on that particular run. A really nice ride. I thought I would share with you guys. Nice friendly bikers. See, we Americans and Europeans for that matter, we got a nod because we don't have a free left hand. worst thing is when someone leaves you hanging. Really pisses me off, that. Or when you accidentally nod to someone, turns out they're on a scooter. Myself thinking, but so in January 2026, I will no longer have any financial obligations for my ex, and I've been thinking, I don't know what I want to do. Where do I want to live? Do I want to live by myself? Do I want to share? I have to be honest, I don't really know. See, I'm a sufferer, or I'm living with. Sorry, that's the right term. I'm living with boarding school syndrome, which means when I grow up, I spent 13 years in boarding school. I was sent there when I was 5. I left when I was 18. So, 13-year sentence, if you like. So, I'm kind of, what's the right word? Nurtured towards being around people. So, I don't know. I don't know what's the right thing to do for me. I mean, I know it's only March, but, you know, the way time flies these days. Although, going back to politics, who even knows, maybe there'll be a war on come January. I'm sorry, American listeners, if he's your guy, I don't get it. Absolutely vile human being. I watched something the other day where they said, in order to understand his political policy framework, you've got to start by understanding that the cruelty is the feature, not the exception. These people are just cruel. I mean, I saw a statistic that in the NCAA there are 10 transgender athletes out of a cohort of 550,000. But Mango Mussolini would have you think that they are a problem. 10 athletes are a problem. Yeah, it's just a load of nonsense. And of course, they're not talking about trans men. You know, misogyny. Misogynists can understand why a woman would want to be a man. Around internalized misogyny, it's like, of course, why wouldn't you want to be a man? And if you're white, why wouldn't you want to be a white man? So, yeah, However, they just can't seem to wrap their heads around a man giving up all of that privilege. And believe you me, I recognize my privilege that I had being male till I was 45. I can point to specific instances in my career where being male and white was a definite advantage, not least of which was when I moved to South Africa in 1994, given that most white South Africans were going the other way at the time. Welcomed in with open arms. 24 years old, walked into a job with IBM. I really wonder, and I didn't have a degree at that point. So without a degree, 24 years old, I did have some good work experience, but enough to get me an interview and finally the job at IBM. I wonder. Oh, you see now I just nodded to a scooter. Oh, what an idiot. It's just a giant load of bullshit, all of it. DEI. Let me tell you what DEI. There's still DEI. It's not diversity, equity and inclusion with this Trump regime. It didn't earn it. Pete Hegseth, Tulsi Gabbard. These people did not earn their positions. Marco Rubio, you can say he's put in the little Marco, as Mango Mussolini calls him. Little Marco. He's done his time. He did the Senate. I just don't know how these people can just switch off their, what's the word, their principles. Just so unprincipled. Just wondering, do I perambulate while I postulate, or postulate while I perambulate, or is it ride and rant? Actually, it's a bit of both, really. Boarding school syndrome thing, it's definitely a postulating thing. It's definitely something I think about a lot. Definitely nurtured the way I see the world. Some people I was at school with, they say they loved it, you know? Which I suppose it just demonstrates that it's different folks, you know? Beer o'clock definitely, or as you say in Sussex, bear, and have myself a bear. Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed this ride with me. I'm gonna leave it here. There's the ride to my friend from here is not very exciting. Right. So please like, share, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.